And what causes negative grading is when they build the house, they build the foundation walls, then they have to backfill it. And if it's not compacted enough, eventually the soil will settle over time.
Hey folks, Cameron Stewart here with eXp Realty out of Rome, New York, serving you right here in the Mohawk Valley. I'm here again with Nathan Durant of Durant Home Inspections out of Verona, New York. Nathan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Folks, the idea of this content series is to educate as many people as we can about the home buying process. Today we're sitting down with an expert in inspections, okay, to shed some light on how you can better protect yourself when buying a home in the Mohawk Valley. We're talking about the exterior grounds, okay, which I believe encompasses a lot, but good thing we have Nathan here because he's going to tell us all about that. So Nathan, enlighten us please as to what an inspector is looking for when inspecting the exterior grounds of a home.
Absolutely. When we look at the exterior grounds, one of the things we look for is negative grading towards the house. I see it quite a bit, and it's a simple fix. All you got to do is bring soil up to create positive grading away from the house. This helps with water, so water doesn't pool around your foundation. And then when I'm looking at the exterior grounds, I include decks, front porches, balconies, stuff like that. So when we're looking at decks, we're looking at railings, we're looking at the condition of the deck flooring, the condition of the stairs. And then if I can, I'm crawling underneath the deck, looking for joist hangers, making sure everything is well built and stable. And then I walk up on the deck, obviously try to move it around as much as possible, see if I can get it to move or feel how stable it is. And then we're looking at the support posts, since a lot of decks come in contact with ground. I'm probing with a screwdriver to make sure there's no rot at any of the support posts, anything like that. Same thing with front porches, but same, most of the time they're made out of wood, pretty much the same process as I look at as a deck. And then we do look at patios. We just pretty much look at the stones, make sure they're not cracked, make sure there's no trip hazards. Along with the exterior grounds, the site area, we're looking for maybe sinkholes or really uneven grading.
Yeah. What about fencing? Do you inspect the fencing at that point as well?
Sure. According to New York State standards, we're not required to check fences, but if there is a fence, especially if it encloses the whole backyard to keep pets or children in, I always make sure to walk around it, make sure it's not going to fall down tomorrow, and there's no holes where a dog or a cat or a child could escape. And then I look at the gates to make sure they latch. And again, nothing can escape out of there if it encloses the whole hole. But yes, I do report on the condition of the fence as well.
Awesome. I want to touch back on the negative grading.
Sure.
I think people understand how important that is. So, for example,
Yep.
It's March right now in the
Mm-hmm.
Mohawk Valley. We had 100 inches of snow this year,
Absolutely.
at least, and it's all melting and it's all pooling up.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell us a little bit about how bad that can get. I'm assuming it can get pretty bad if that water pools up next to your house.
Yeah, absolutely. And what causes negative grading is when they build the house, they build the foundation walls, then they have to backfill it. And if it's not compacted enough, eventually the soil will settle over time and create around the house a little valley, go right up against your foundation. And it's something that people don't think about. Again, they're more worried about their roof or their siding or other things. So it kind of gets ignored a lot. But again, it's an easy fix anyone can do. Bring some soil up, pitch it so water can run away from your foundation. Water sits by your foundation. It can leak through the walls and leak into your basement.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the goal is to prevent the water from coming in so you don't have to manage it once it's already in the house.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Prevent it from coming in can save you a lot of headaches.
Awesome.
Lot of
That's
headaches.
good stuff, Nathan, for sure. Folks, that's it for this video. Talked about exterior grounds, a little bit what Nathan's looking for from the inspector's perspective. So Nathan, for those who are watching right now and they need an inspection on their home, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call me or text me at 315-263-3693. Shoot me an email at nathan@duranthomeinspections.com, or they can reach us through my website, duranthomeinspections.com.
Awesome, folks. Now, if you have any questions related to inspections or need an inspection, please reach out to Nathan at the information he just provided. If you're looking to purchase a home in the Mohawk Valley, or you're interested in selling your house in the Mohawk Valley, I'd be happy to speak to you about that, give you as much information as I can. You can reach me directly at 315-351-2765, or log on to my website at www.homesbycameron.com. That's Cameron, Cameron, just like Cameron Diaz, nowhere near as good looking and don't have as much money. However, that's how you spell it. Folks, until next time, we appreciate it. We're going to talk to you soon. Nathan, thanks so much for joining me today.
Yes, thank you, Cameron.
All right, folks, take care.